Naked Nation, what is going on? I wanted to make a YouTube video today, mostly me clicking around the charts and talking about the many list of things that you should not do in this market in general, trading, investing. I'm gonna give you. I don't even have a script. I'm just running off whatever I got on. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, by the way, if you haven't. Bull Naked Crypto. We're almost at 40K followers. That's crazy. Crazy. Um, Make sure to join our Discord. It's free. Link in our bio. Right here. Link.tree. Bare Naked Crypto. You can also get it from there. If you're looking for a new exchange, go check out BitUnix. There's deposit bonus till January 20th. Check that out. Link in my bio. You'll get all that links there. But moving into the market, fully, and here are just mistakes. I'm just gonna name them off, and I see it too much. First one, obviously, being patience. Not having enough patience. Why don't you have enough patience? Because you don't have enough data on you. If you don't have enough data on yourself, you will succumb to just trading worse than you normally would. Number one. Number two, we gotta talk about bankroll management. Alright, it's 2025, motherfuckers. I'm making this video mostly for 2025 and the newbies. But you can't be out there without any actual bankroll management, my dudes. You really can't. Like, you gotta know your limit and stay within it, you know? Like, and if you're starting off on trading, start with very low amounts of money. If you can't turn 10 into 100, you'll turn any amount to zero. You've done it. I've seen it. I've done it. We've all done it. We've all been there. Don't do it. It's much easier to start small, then move big, then start big and move small. Just for the love of God, just save your money. You're gonna lose it anyway. You're trash. You are trash. You can be better. Just don't forget, if you're starting to trade and you've been lucky, you could just be lucky for a few weeks because you decided to long at a market turn and you just happened to long it at the right time, and you're hitting a bunch of trades and suddenly you turn 10,000 into 100,000. And then the trades don't start going your way, and suddenly you turned 100,000 into 20,000, and you're like, don't worry, I'll do it again. And then suddenly that 20,000 becomes zero, and you're like, fine, you know what, bad luck. You deposit, and you don't know why you've been wrong. You just think it's just something it's gonna hit your way sooner or later or something like that. And then you run out of money because the market can remain irrational longer than you can remain solvent. And thanks for playing, and you wish you never got into trading. So don't do that. Don't do that story. That's a pretty good story that happens almost every time in crypto. So that story in itself was something to talk about. Another very important thing is to don't over spam indicators on one chart to start with. There was a reason if you get low end trading view, you can get $15 off with my referral code in my link as well. Wow, crazy. Having multiple layouts and spreading it out is a lot better than just fucking jamming a bunch onto one chart. I see a lot of you guys starting, you just jam it all on one chart, just like spread it. I know you'd be like, but Bare Naked, you have all this crazy stuff on your chart too. And I'm like, yeah, I really don't count trend lines as like indicators. They're just trend lines, meme lines, They're not really real, but they're not really fake either, right? So on that end of the spectrum, that's what I'm looking at on that, right? Another thing I would say in regards to ways to not do stupid things is taking your investment portfolio and treating it as your trading portfolio. A lot of these things you might hear from my videos if you put it all together in a sense. In a sense, this is my videos, but the key points for my videos, in my opinion. It's really important to have an investment portfolio and a trading portfolio, because a lot of people end up just swinging their whole fucking, even if you're not using leverage, you can really fuck yourself up by using just like full swing leverage garbage, like full stack swinging, your portfolio. That's just as bad as leverage, especially if you got like actual like 6 figures plus in it. You can do a lot of damage really fast to yourself, right? So whatever you're actually willing to lose and willing to go to zero, put that into a trading portfolio. And your starting trading portfolio should be like I said, less than $10. Like not real money, very fake, as little money as possible. It's you'll notice how much you would have lost in the percentages if you placed the real bets, right? And if you can get at least like 3 months of data on yourself, that's kind of the best. But going back to like investment portfolio and the trading portfolio, you really if you start mixing the two, that's how you end up just chopping yourself out of the market. And that's how people are like, I wish I never started trading, blah blah blah, all this shit or whatever. Um, because once again, it really all boils down to bankroll management. If you can't do bankroll management, you're kind of cooked. And I have a video on that on YouTube, by the way. Watch all my other videos if you haven't already. And then the next thing to do is just to be more active. If you really do want to like make, you know, get better in general, you just want to be active. You know, whether it's in my Discord or someone else's Discord, it doesn't really matter where you're active, but just like ideas where you're posting ideas. If you're just kind of like watching from the background, because I know a lot of people do that. They just kind of watch from the background and try to learn it and do it themselves. I'm telling you, it's like a million times easier just to do it with more people. And that's what Naked Nation really provides in our Discord, by the way. Come join. It's free. Believing in your indicators as well. Like if you end up you can use indicators, you can not use indicators. But if you do end up using indicators, you kind of gotta, kind of like how I say on my stream, it's like, oh, if it's oversold, if it's oversold, if it's overbought, it's overbought. If it's this, that, or whatever, if it's left, right, or center, I kind of just gotta go with it and just kind of like, kind of trust the data that got you here, right? Trust the process, trust the data. A lot of people don't do that, and they second guess themselves or some bullshit or care about like what I said or what somebody else said in Discord. Doesn't matter what anybody says, bro. Just whatever you think, bro. You control the button. You control the fucking. You're the pilot, man. You know. We just happen to be on radios trying to talk to each other about different flight paths. That's all this really is, right? So that's a really good way to look at the crypto market, because a lot of people think you're in it together, but no one's in it together. Most people started in different areas, right? I started in a different area. You started in a different area. My strategy is not your strategy, type of deal, right? If you always try to copy someone's strategy, it's gonna work out for a certain amount of time, until it doesn't, and that's usually where all these influencers always get fucking angry people at the top, because they're like, "What do you mean you took profit? You didn't tell us to take profit," or all this bullshit, right? Because they trust too much into a community, man. You gotta trust in yourself in this fucking space. It's a nasty world, this crypto space. So yeah, that's another thing that I would recommend. I would also recommend not giga diversifying your portfolio. A lot of people have like this crazy, like, I need like 50 coins. They have $50,000 and have $1,000 in 50 coins. I honestly think you'd have a better off time having just $10,000 and 5 coins, right? Like less things to focus on. You can focus more on the like fundamentals and the technicals. Like, you're not gonna focus on 20 fundamentals, 30 fundamentals, or technicals for that matter, for all these coins. I mean, you could do it, but it's a fucking fucking ton of effort. Don't get it twisted. So, just as a mistake or not mistake, just watch my bankroll management video on our YouTubes. It's honestly it'll I said this earlier, but worst case, if you watch my shit, you'll probably lose less money. If you're already losing a lot of money, you can definitely stem that bleeding. At the end of the day, the decisions still come to you, and this is still gambling, and this is still all this crazy. Which, by the way, another thing that people forget about this or make mistakes, don't think that this is gambling. It's 100% gambling. You're putting money on an unknown outcome. I don't care how you fucking spin it, that you have whatever fucking 90% win rate or whatever the fuck you got going on for yourself. But you don't have to trick me, bro. If you have to trick yourself, that's a whole other world. You know what I'm saying? What else we got going on here? I did post a market update, so if you haven't watched the market update, I would highly recommend it. There's something wrong with my internet. I gotta fix it. We'll figure that out after. Another big mistake that people make in this space, that I think you should avoid in 2025, outside of listening to influencers. It's okay to listen to influencers, to be fair. It's like they exist for a reason, right? If they're promoting a coin, it's probably gonna pump, and at some point it's probably gonna mega dump. So make your money on it and leave. A lot of people get attached to influencer coins, and then they never leave it, and then the influencer ends up never talking about it again, and they're like, oh well, it was a one-time shill type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So look, it's not terrible that influencers exist. Without influencers, there would be no crypto market. Fundamentally, in my honest opinion, you kind of need them to make this show happen in a sense. Um, yeah. Another one is just not taking profits, man. A lot of people, I always say like people are like, oh, when do you know when to take profit? If you ever look at your fucking crypto portfolio, like, wow, this is the most money I've ever seen. Like, damn, I can't believe how much money I'm up. Like, oh, I'm up like 1.9 million on fucking Fartcoin. Do I take a little bit of profit? And I'm like, damn, bro, you're up 1.9 million on Fartcoin and you don't take a little bit of profit. Like, why are you even in this crypto space? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you just gonna hold forever and just like hopefully, like, what's your goal? Like you already got $1 million in a fucking Fartcoin. Like, I don't know how much better does it get, like 2 million, 10 million, I guess, but like you can always take, if you have 2 million in profit, take 1 million and then you leave the rest running. Worst case it turns one, and there's a person in our community, and this is directly to him that I'm making this video about. I hope you watch it. You know who you are. I mean, if you take 1 million out of that, or 900,000, whatever, it's close enough to a million, and you leave yourself with a million and it turns into 10x, great, you make 10 million. If it turns into 500,000, well, you take the rest and you call it a day, right? I don't know. Or quarter, whatever. A million is $1 million. I mean, it's crazy. Okay, so if you ever make $1 million or more than $1 million, take the fucking million profit, you dumb motherfuckers. It's a fucking $1 million, dude. It doesn't just fucking appear just randomly out of a random day. I know all you guys have these crazy goals of millions and millions and millions, but a million is a fucking million, bro. It can go a long way, especially, USDT. So, shout out to that. What else we got going on? Overtrading. Do not overtrade. Have a limit to how many trades you take per day. The better you become at not overtrading, the better you'll become one with the market. You'll become, as I like to say, water with the market. Because there really is like, you really do need to be careful with these markets because over trading, like having rules, and there's no successful trader without rules. If you don't stick, rules is a pathway for how to win. If you don't have a pathway on how to win, how the fuck are you gonna win, right? If you don't have a path, a rule set is the only way to get a path to win, right? So look at it that way because I think that's the best way to look at it. Rules aren't necessarily there to keep you down, but more rules are there to just like really, keep you within. And yeah, I think how much we got? We got 12 minutes of content, 10 minutes of content. I don't know. I think that was pretty good. I think I don't want to pummel you with all these wrongs. I'm sure you can write them down. I guess the final one is don't be afraid to change mindsets. Obviously, whether it's bullish or bearish, be open to different mindsets. Be open to being wrong. No one's right forever, me included. You can only be right. I always notice if I'm right for too long, it's sooner or later it's gonna swing back on me. It's almost like a baccarat table, bro. This trading is like baccarat. I figured that out a while ago or recently. But trading is like baccarat. If you know how to play baccarat, you unironically know how to trade. In a sense, it's a bit of a mystical thing there. But I think that's it, Naked Nation. I hope you learned a little bit something here. I'm gonna try to make more videos this year, as a kind of, because I don't intend to do this more than this year, to be fair. So after this year, we'll see where we are in the world of Naked Nation. Maybe we continue, maybe we don't, but I'll make some more videos, make my presence in the internet world be known, and then who knows what happens after. Alright, Naked Nation, take care, brush your hair, scrub your scalp, I'm out. Stay safe, see you in Discord.